Down on illegal immigration is starting to affect the Texas agriculture industry. Some farmers say their workers are too scared to show up for work.
Oh no, this is so sad. There are a bunch of white Texas farmers who are losing their farms right now because guess what? 100% of their workforce vanished.
In this video, we take a look at white farmers in Texas who are angry because they are losing out on their farms. Now, the Donald Trump administration implemented the mass deportation policy, and this has seen to the deportation of a lot of illegal immigrants in the United States of America. And one of the industries that has been heavily hit is the farming industry. So farmers in Texas are now getting to that end where things are becoming difficult for them. They are losing workers on their farm. They are not getting people to pick up their crops and milk their cows. So these are the stories of some farmers in Texas. So let's watch the following videos, then we'll come back here and discuss further about it. But before we watch the videos, if you haven't yet liked this video, kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Let's watch the videos together.
Down on illegal immigration is starting to affect the Texas agriculture industry. Some farmers say their workers are too scared to show up for work. Fox 4's Casey Stegall spoke with the Texas Agriculture Commissioner about the recent immigration raids. Casey.
Hey, Steve, good to see you. The state Republican Agriculture Commissioner tells me that the stepped up immigration enforcement is taking a toll on the industry, not just here in Texas, but beyond, while federal immigration authorities say they're only doing their jobs. Just 40 miles or so south of the Dallas hustle and bustle,
row crops, hay production,
sits Lee Calvert's 2,000-acre Ellis County family farm.
My father helps me, obviously. My little sister helps. My wife, huge help. I've got 3 sons, and they're coming along and doing what they can.
Calvert knows he's lucky not having to rely on farm hands to check the chores off, because those who do say absenteeism among hired migrant help has disrupted their entire operations.
They hear that ICE is coming, or they see somebody from INS roll up. Well, they just don't show up. They're scared to come to work.
Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller tells Fox 4 dairy farmers have been hit the hardest.
But on a dairy, those cows, they never stay milked. You milk them 3 times in a 24-hour period. So if the crew doesn't show up, these dairymen go into panic mode.
Recent video posted to immigration rights groups' social media channels shows federal agents conducting raids on California farms.
Texas is continuing the F around and find out stage. Guess what just hit 0 before Donald Trump's approval rating? Right there. Farm labor attendance, 0. Entire fields, whole crews are ghosting fields, leaving fruits and vegetables to rot because the Donald Trump administration is too busy playing cat and mouse with people who just want to feed America. To the MAGA people who are saying that immigrants are taking your job, this right here is your opportunity. Pick yourselves up by the bootstraps, get those buckets, and pick those strawberries. No more hiding behind those welfare checks that are padded behind blue state dollars. You wanted the raids, you got them. Now get in those fields and pick those fruits and vegetables before you watch the produce aisle turn to a luxury boutique section. Chop chop, MAGA, and that's it.
Hello, Americans who like to eat. I'm Linda, and I want to talk about empty grocery shelves. They are coming, and sooner than we think. There's a 3,000 per day immigrant detention quota. 40% of farm workers in the United States are undocumented. You do the math. Farms are an excellent place to find undocumented immigrants to detain and deport, depleting the workforce. And now, Those who haven't been rounded up are afraid to show up. Let's look at just one state, Texas. According to farmers, this issue has been affecting their farms for a couple of weeks, but overnight, it bottomed out. On several Texas farms, nearly 100% of farm workers aren't showing up. So what does that mean for you? Remember Trump's comment about having $2 instead of 30? Cows are milked 3 times a day. No workers, no milk, and some very unhappy cows. What if your grocery store, instead of getting 30 gallons of milk, gets 2? 28 families will not be able to buy milk. Now extrapolate that among produce. Produce that instead of being harvested is rotting on the vine. Texas is one of the top 10 producers of 40 major commodities. It is the 4th largest agriculture producer in the nation and 2nd in animal products. And it's not just cows not being milked and produce rotting on the vine. 1 in 7 Texans works in an agriculture-related job. If farms stop working, those jobs are affected. Workers not earning money aren't paying taxes. And yes, undocumented workers pay taxes. Without money coming in, they will cut back on things like restaurants and small businesses, movie theaters, wherever they spend their discretionary income. Last week, Trump ordered a halt to immigration enforcement at farms. But it may already be too late to solve the current problem. The lack of workers now mean farms won't hit full production this year. And if they lose planting now, there is nothing to harvest later. Yet, despite Trump's assurances, a few days after his statement, the administration resumed the raids. Vance says the administration plans to continue clearing the country of undocumented immigrants. Quote, "We're enforcing everywhere. In other words, you ought to voluntarily go back and come through the proper channels," unquote. That can literally take years. And frankly, it doesn't protect you from being deported. In the meantime, the question remains, how long are you willing to go without food?
Whoa, 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 what is going on in Texas? Texas is taking a 1, 2, 3 punches. First with farmers. Oh, farmers are taking it on the chin. These tariffs are no good for farmers in Texas. But that's not it. $60 oil? $60 oil for oil companies down in Texas? Yeah, loss of jobs and companies going bankrupt is on the menu. Yeah, $60 oil in Texas, no bueno. And the third hit to the stomach happened today. Yeah, China's saying no to Texas beef. Yeah, China will not be receiving Texas beef anymore. So that is 3 punches that Texas just can't take. Farmers, the oil, and now the beef. Texas is in real trouble. What are they gonna do? I don't know, but as long as these tariffs hang around, it's gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse, and Texas is now in big trouble.
There are no words that are sufficient to express how much I love watching these farmers right here reap what they have sown. May their fields lay barren and their familial land, their ancestral land, may it be bought for pennies on the dollar, because they got what they voted for. On the flip side, I just want to send some love and encouragement to the immigrants that are fearful and worried about what tomorrow looks like, because I get it. We're living in a shit show, y'all.
Donald Trump has shifted ICE from focusing on criminal immigrants to going after easier targets such as job sites to pump his numbers up. But farms are hurting because of this, as many of their workers are either being deported or not showing up for fear of being caught up in these raids. And because of this, they're essentially shut down and no work can be done. Just take a listen to one farmer.
3 weeks, it started to slow, but this last week or so has been huge. That's when it's like 0 people wanting to come out and
yeah, 0 people going to work the farms. And while yes, these farmers are in the find out phase, we're all going to be in it, because they're talking that our food supply is going to be shut down or have major interruptions. And it's not just Texas, it's California and Washington. We are finding out that yes, immigrants do help the American economy. Immigrants are part of the American fabric. We just didn't realize it till it was too late.
It's Joe from Georgia. So this is news out of Texas. But folks, these are alarm bells ringing for the entire United States, and our government is not listening. Overnight, multiple farms in the state of Texas completely shut down. And the reason for this shutdown was because they have lost almost 100% of their workforce. Now, we know this is the result of the immigration raids and stricter enforcement, but the ripple effect is going to be felt all the way across this country. Now, you've got crops that are rotting in the fields. You have livestock that is not being attended to at all. And that takes a lot of personnel. And we're talking, so now we're getting every area of food to include meat. And the communities that surround these farms, those businesses and those people who depend on the income from these farms, it's creating disasters for small communities in Texas. Now, this is not stopping at Texas farms. This is going to end up all the way across America, especially in the breadbasket, the middle of the nation, because they have tons of immigrant help. But folks, the alarm bells are ringing. Your food on your plate is being affected.
Welcome back. So in this video, we took a look at the situation of farmers in Texas who are really going through a lot. They are losing a lot of workers. In some of the farms, there are 0 workers over there. And this is very difficult for farmers in Texas since the deportation began. ICE has been raiding a lot of farms. In my previous video, we looked at Nebraska, where they also lost a lot of workers on their farms, and it looks like it is now the turn of Texas. And farmers in Texas are really going through a lot because there are no workers over there in order to pick up their crops, milk the cows, do all these farming activities, and things have become difficult for farmers in Texas. Some of the farmers have even closed down because they cannot get workers for their farms. Now, some of the white people who go on the farms, some report late to work, some right after lunch, they are heading towards home, and they are not even able to catch up with the work that is demanded on these farms. So things have become quite difficult for a lot of people in the United States, that is farmers in the United States to be specific. And to be specific, farmers in Texas, it is now their time to find out. And this is really, really sad. I believe and I know that this will take a heavy toll on the entire economy of the United States of America, because if the food basket in Texas is affected, in the long run it will affect the entire food basket of the United States of America. These are some of the things that they need to look into, implementing some of those policies that has been brought by Donald Trump, most especially the mass deportation policy that he early on stated that it is going to predominantly be affected on criminals. But in this situation, it is not only criminals that are being affected by this mass deportation. Innocent people, law-abiding people who are just working on the farms of these farmers have also been heavily affected. And majority of these immigrants are not showing up on the farm. That is, even if they are in the United States of America. Some of them have also fled long time to their other countries as well. And this is taking a heavy toll on farmers in Texas at the moment. Let me know what you also think about all these in the comment section below, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family on other social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and other social media platforms. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscribe button down here. Click on the subscribe button, click as well on the notification bell, and I'd like to see you again in my next video.